Welcome into Football Now. I'm Meredith Gorman in the PNC Bank Sports Corner. Football season is finally here, and in New England, we enter a whole new era. Cam Newton takes the reins this Sunday at Gillette Stadium as the team's new starting quarterback. And he also makes history while doing so, being the first ever black QB to start a season opener for the Patriots on Sunday when the team goes up against the Dolphins. Newton spoke about the honor on Thursday.
It's really a big deal. And, I understand who I am. I understand, being an African-American in this time of day, we have to be stronger and more, sticking with each other more than ever now. And yet this is a great feat to achieve. But yeah, at the end of the day, we got to make sure we're using our platform for positive reasons, and that's what I want to do.
Now, as for what Patriots fans can expect from Cam Newton, Nesson's Patriots beat writer Doug Kyed shared some of his thoughts.
That's what we keep hearing about Cam Newton, is that he's arriving early, he's staying late, but still, he even mentioned this earlier in the preseason, is that there's 20 years of playbook here. There's 20 years of plays, so he couldn't possibly grasp it in the same way that Tom Brady did, in even probably the same way that Brian Hoyer has, since he's been around for so long. So you just have to hope that he's at the same point maybe that Jarrett Stidham is at this point. But they're going to be adding some new things into the offense, and it's probably going to be a little bit slow getting going in the early part of the season. I don't think that they're expecting Cam Newton to know everything. That's why I think these first few games might be what would usually be an extension of the preseason, and now they're sort of going to be using it as preseason games. But no, I would say that not perfect, but it can only get better moving forward.
And Patriots fans will be able to get their first glimpse of the chemistry between Julian Edelman and Cam Newton. Newton nicknaming the wide receiver Highway 11 and already making a strong impression on his new QB.
It's a grinder, in every sense of the word. I mean, and I know this is a lot of TMI, but for him, today, he just speaks to the team, and he's one of those guys that every team pretty much has him. He doesn't say much, but when he speaks, everybody listens. He has everybody's attention at all times.
We'll see if Newton can develop the same chemistry with Julian Edelman that Tom Brady did. And of course, speaking of the former six-time Super Bowl champion, he'll be making his first start with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this Sunday. The QB talked about getting a fresh start with the Bucs.
A lot of the mental stuff I've never had to put a lot of effort into is kind of just there. I think this is the first time where I'll be going into a game with, a lot of different information and trying to understand, how we're going to relate to a lot of the different things we're going to see. So, I'm just trying to work as hard as I can at it and, talk to my coaches, talk to my teammates so we can all be on the same page.
The Bucs enter that game as 2.5-point underdogs according to consensus data, and it's the first time Brady's been an underdog in a regular season game since 2015. Our guys on the Spread podcast broke down that game along with other big ones from week 1. You can listen to the Spread podcast on Spotify all season long. Well, that's about all the time we have for you guys today. We'll see you next week.